Welcome back. Well, if it's your first time here, I'm in the middle of cotton planting, and everything needs to be done at the same time. The planting has to get done. Today's my deadline. We got all this rain, and so I've got weeds everywhere, and so here I am with both tractors in the same field, just trying to spray a tank every day at least to stay ahead of, just keep progress going. I'll get this field finished today, and then I'll be done, except for the spots that are flooded out. Some of this that I skipped yesterday is dried. Some of it's still pretty wet. The stuff I skipped over near the barn is dried a lot. I went and checked that yesterday. We got cotton starting to come up, and coming up fast. With it being hot and good moisture, it is really getting up. So that'll be exciting to see. I've got a weedy mess in my wheat fields. It's just, anyways, it's good. I'm not stressed. I'm just trying to stay ahead, trying to just make continual progress. If I can get planting finished, then I can work on just kind of spraying. The problem with spraying though now is that it gets hot, and then the chemical doesn't work very good, as good when it gets above 90 degrees. So like really, it's probably 90 degrees after one tank in the morning, unless I get going super early, but then you got temperature inversions. There's always something. So I at least spray a tank every morning. I'll eventually get it done, but planting is the main priority, has been. Wind's already kind of picked up on me more than I would have expected at this time of the day. It's still 9:30 or so, but there's no sensitive crops around. It's wind blowing this way. It's towards my wheat, and it's just Roundup, so it's not. There's nothing that's sensitive around. So, anyways, but you can see. This one is not wet, but a lot of them are further up that way. They're just places that hold water. And so setting the planter yesterday was a challenge because it's hard in some of these spots, it's wet in some of those spots, and then on top of the terraces, it was not. And so I was gouging in and throwing away too much wet dirt on the tops of the terraces. But just right for some of these spots where it was harder, and then gumming up in the mud in some of the spots that were still wet. So it's been a challenge, but it's gonna be good. Another day of drying will make a big difference. I'll get as spraying, I found another couple terrace bottoms that are still wet over there. So I hate to do this, but I think what makes the most sense after when I get back to planting is finish this, drive back west near the barn, and get most, if not all of that. There's one terrace that was still wet yesterday evening. I'm hoping by the end of today, by the time I get over there, it will be dry. That would be awesome to get that field done, and then bring the planter back over here, and if it's not already, get most of it ready here, and then just another couple days I'll be able to patch in those other spots. Make that turn. No reason to have to fix something that I don't need to fix. That ought to get me cleared. Oh yeah. fill up again, so it's ready for in the morning. But this, okay, today is Friday. Kind of backtrack when I planted this. Yesterday, I was there. Thursday, and then Wednesday. Is that right? Today is Friday. I planted where I'm at now Thursday. And Wednesday. I think this is 2 days. Best I can tell. And I mean, not everywhere, but I saw some. That's a leaf. You just gotta believe me. But I'm gonna prove it to you. I saw it. Where did I see some? Right around where the tractor. There we go. Right? That's crazy. 2 days. It's cotton. Here's some more. Nope, that's a leaf. That's a leaf. The other one was not a leaf. Coming up through the ant bed. 2 days. There we go. Only thing I can figure is that stuff was planted, maybe planted a little more shallow because it's harder right here where the water stands. Maybe, but how about that? I'm gonna go 2 days on that. Even if it was 3, that still seems fast to me. But we got plenty of the heat. Cotton likes heat and moisture. Just don't run out of moisture because then the heat. It's no bueno por nada. Well, I don't like much. I need a little more seed. I'm getting close. These end ones seem to plant a little faster. A little bit more seed than the others. I don't know if that's because it comes in contact with the ground first, but those boxes are always a little lighter. So I'm gonna get some more seed. Based on my figuring on other year's usage, I just need about 5 more bags. But it seems like I have a lot more planting than that, considering I have however much, I don't even know how much I have left here because I have stuff I skipped, so I can't check with the totals very good. But I'm just gonna put 5 bags in, split it between the 10 boxes, and go from there. I'm gonna stop though. We're gonna go and put the seed in, and by we I'm talking about these two. Hiding because I need to get some things ready to catch some wheat seed, and that's going to happen today. So I need to make sure I get. Dad helped me a lot getting some grain augured out of the grain truck into a cart, and so, anyways, I got to go and finish the deal. He got what he could get done. I got to treat the carts with some tempo, or Dad did that. Treat the truck once it's empty. But it's going to require some shoveling and stuff to get to the auger, and I need to do that. So I'm going to go do that. We'll get the carts and everything to the field to catch the seed. It's windy. And then I'll come back and I'll finish planting, and then hopefully have time to go and back to the barn and finish those spots over there. That's close enough. Well, got everything shuffled around. I didn't show you any of it. It's real hot and wheat dusty, and climbed up in that red cart. I'll show you. Just didn't show you, but got it flattened out, and we heaped it up really high. Got almost all of the wheat out of here within 10 bushels, 5 to 10 bushels probably is what's left in here, so calling it empty. So got the red cart completely full. Both green carts are empty. This truck's empty, so I should be able to get between 900 to 1,000 bushels with what I got here, plus the almost 300 in the cart, so should be plenty. So Dad's taking the other cart up ahead of me. He took the other one this morning, and so we'll get this over to the field to catch the seed, and then Dad's gonna take me back out to where I was planting, so I can finish that, and I'll get moved back over here with the planter tractor and either plant or get back to the field to help shuffle carts around, and then maybe I can get this planting done over here and call it a wrap on things until, you know, not a fully wrap, because I still gotta spray everything, but you know, a kind of wrap. I'm back to planting. I'm on my last through. I'm having to double plant some. I just want to check these springs because I heard a little bit of a pop, and it could have just been the toolbar moving, but I just want to make sure I didn't break one of these hooks. The hook to the spring, and that's what holds my down pressure. And so going through those gullies, but when it goes back, no pressure, but this movement puts a ton of pressure. When these arms right here lift up high, puts a lot of pressure on these springs, which puts a lot of pressure on this hook. This hook's right in there, and I've broken some of those another year. Knock on wood, so far so good, but the year I broke a bunch, I didn't know it. I put this down pressure on these closing wheels here, and we're thinking through walking through the gullies that the extra pressure here added more, you know, equal and opposite, right? So force here did something up here, and it caused more of a strain and popped those loose. So the other thing to look at is, am I gonna make it? Look at that. Woo! Right next to the fence. And that's a pretty good line, so I think I ought to be safe there, but I'll just watch it just to be careful. Well, I've done a good job of staying out of mud until now. It's hard to see this time of day. There's a lot of straw back there, which you can't see very good, but I should have not. I just lacked that much. So maybe I can get it down right here. I'm gonna have to come back and replant some other stuff over here anyways, but I underestimated the moisture, which I think I better just pick up again. More straw here. I'm really heavily considering these those spoked gauge wheels. So if you got a brand that you like or prefer, John Deere, I think Precision Planting maybe makes some A1 implements. Others, let me know what I should consider. I think that one A1 Implements does like a conical scraper as well. It's interesting. So those pipes are concreted in, so don't want to hit those. Yeah, let me know what you got a preference, and I'm very interested. I feel sunburned, my allergies from the wheat. But I'm I'm also motivated because I'm gonna get this. I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to get this done tonight. So I'm gonna get a little. Oh man, I didn't put the planters down. I need to. I turned the vacuum off anyway, so I got to reprime that. But I need to put a little bit more seed in. How much? I don't know. There we go. Okay, I need to put a little more seed in the box, I believe, because I don't know, my rate just is off a little bit, it seems. That's not gonna be enough for 45 acres. 40 acres, what did I say? 40? I don't know, I'm gonna need more seed than I thought, so I'm gonna lower the planter and then can't get to that very good. Lower the planter and put some seed in there. Don't fall. All right, how much? I don't know. I'll let you know. I only have 5 bags left. I really don't want to open all 5. All right, here's what I've decided. To follow Jesus, number 1. And I'm gonna divide 1 bag between 3-ish boxes. I'm gonna use this coffee can and try to get it even. I just don't want to open too many bags that I don't need because I have to pay for them if I open them. So the math says I should not need this, but the math is wrong. I'm needing this, so I think 3 bags. Trying to get them mostly even. We're going to try that. I'm going to take a bag with me. I don't know if I'll need it, but maybe I'll have to come back. And while I got the planter down, I'm going to change the row cleaners. I'm going to raise them up just a little bit because I shouldn't need to throw any dirt away. All right, I'm gonna work east to west because it's still wet on the west side. Maybe it'll be dry by the time I get there. It is, there's cotton coming up, if you can see that. So I'm just gonna work this little section and then find the other spots I did not plant, and hopefully everything's dry. All right, that one, no problem. This one, we'll see. This will be the test. Combine made it through that in the wheat, which I figured would be pretty rough as well. Alright, turn my diff lock on. That seems to help. I gotta sit down pretty early to make sure my wheels engage. Alright, let's see what happens here. Spinning out. mean, it's going through. I don't think I'm bogging up. A little bit squiggly. Oh, a little soft right here. Just hope my row units don't get full of mud. Okay. Pass number 1 was interesting. Shouldn't be worse than that, right? Also want to be careful going across these gullies and washouts with my planter. Those chains can break. Ask me how I know. Okay, diff lock back on. I hope my planters aren't getting, those gauge wheels aren't getting all bogged up. Guess we're gonna find out. Is it best to go fast or slow? I don't know. Okay, that wasn't gonna work. Maybe if I drive through it. Maybe if I drive through all of these once first and then come back, they'll plant. What do you think about that? Alright, so the places that I drove through the day I planted all of this, I'm making it through no problem. I say no problem, it seems like no problem. I hope I'm not packing mud in those wheels, but anyways, the stuff that I didn't drive through, I don't know, I may have to do that after I've done everything else, like not today, maybe, I don't know, like go to the farm I just came from, finish this, go do that tomorrow, and then maybe if I'm done, if I get all that and come back, maybe that'll be ready then. I don't know, but it really stays on top of the ground pretty good, except for if my tires kind of mucked it all up. So, alright, one more of these. And then I gotta decide if I want to try to plant those I just drove through. Probably, you know what, there's my answer. I need to just stay away. Stay out of the mud. Well, I did it. I went through them all. I told you I wasn't going to, and then I did. So, we'll see if that was a foolish decision once I get up here to this next part that I gotta plant. So, I'll just try one, and it worked. Okay, so I tried another one, and then it worked. Okay, so then I just did them all. Sue me. Well, that's all for me. It's dark. It's 10:30, and I'm at the last 2 terraces. I know that the last one is wet, probably still. This one, it must be just right beneath the surface because there was a huge mat of straw that I just went through, and those CP side hills are like black, and so they're not bad to go over, but they're still adding moisture to the gauge wheels. And then I went through all that straw, so I got a couple locked down. I can't even see back there to fix it. So not that I want to start my day tomorrow digging out mud, but that's what I'm gonna do. I got a couple discs that are, or a couple gauge wheels that are locked down. So that'll give this a little bit more time to dry, hopefully, and they can get it done tomorrow, or at least be able to see where I'm at better and not clean out mud, hopefully not, but see if it's any wet spots. So on seed, I don't know if I've got enough. I think I've got enough to finish this. I've got 6 throughs. Here's the picture of what I have left, which is not much considering there's the focus, that's the whole field. So any of those little speckles, that's where I've picked up and replanted. So just that little section, I've done 147. So I've done 24 of the 30. So I only have about 6 to 8 acres left here, and then 15 or so acres at the other farm, and I'll be done. But today was a good day, long day, but that's kind of been the norm and kind of what it takes this time of year. So thanks for following along. If you haven't subscribed, like the video, go back and watch other videos like those as well. I appreciate the support. If you're gonna farm it.